Greetings and salutations, movie nerds. My name is Gilbert Ybarra, and welcome back to the Attic Review. Thank you guys for joining me, and we are going dark again this week. This movie is a 2008 release about a home invasion on two star-crossed lovers. All right, we've got some psychological torment in there. We got some slasher elements. We got a little love gone wrong subplot that will make you drawn and more connected to the characters. This movie's amazing in my opinion. So today isn't more of a why haven't you watched this film? Today's more of a what do you have against this movie, son? Because like I said, in my opinion, one of the scariest films to be made. And although I can see why some people would have issues with it being a slow burn, we're going to talk about why it's incredible and ultimately you should enjoy this movie. So what movie are we talking about? We are talking, one second here. Is who here? Tamara. Tamara here? No, Tamara's here. Hope you find her. Subscribe. Alright guys, sorry about that. That was rude. So what movie are we talking about? We are talking about The Strangers. Let's see that cool poster. Told you, that's some dark shit right there. So from there you can see the basic synopsis. These guys are strangers in the middle of the night going on the attack against, again, two star-crossed lovers, played by the exquisite Liv Tyler, who portrays Kristen, and then we've got the ruggedly handsome Scott Speedman, who plays James. Let's take a look at these the stashing couple right here. I wasn't messing around. That is a very good looking couple. But as sweet as that picture was, their evening turned sour, unfortunately. There was a failed marriage proposal by James, so that could have put a damper on their evening. And in the midst of them trying to figure out where do we go from here? What's up with our relationship? They get a lovely knock at 4 in the morning. And I mean, normally maybe a drunk friend might not be considered enough to say, hey, yo, what up? I'm coming over. But at 4 in the morning, no good can come from a knock at that time. And let's take a look at who's knocking. Okay, maybe I was just being a chicken shit and I exaggerated. Maybe that's not that bad of a person to open the door to at 4 in the morning. Alright, so she's just looking for her homie Tamara. She's not there. She skedaddles. Not that bad, alright? But next time we see one of the unwanted strangers, it looks a little bit more like this. Shit! Ugh, okay, what did we actually just see? Let's slow that down and take a look at it, alright? Okay, I'm good. You good? Okay, we're good. Now we see what we're dealing with. We are dealing with three intruders masked and wearing their Sunday best. I don't know what that's about, but I like that twist because normally you have like raggedy clothes or a robe on, but no, these guys are really wearing their finest like suits and a Sunday dress. I don't know why. I thought it added a little bit more of the psychotic nature of them, but they are going around running amok and just toying with their prey before they reach their final bloody and very sad finale. So right now I'm about to burst at the seams about how great this movie is, but let's address the first issue on what do you have against this movie. Let's talk about it. I just want to talk. All right, so 100% without a doubt, the main reason people do not like this movie is that I said earlier, and I like using this term, but it is a 100% slow burn. All right, you have to have patience for this. It does have elements of slasher, and it is psychologically messing with you, and that's neat. But you have to really have patience for this because that's one of the main criticisms I hear, and it's a valid concern for the film. I get it. The tempo is nice and even, but it is a slow tempo. This is not a sprint, people. They are very meticulous with this, and I appreciate that because once again, it doesn't rely on jump scares, which people love to complain about jump scares, but ultimately they love them. So what this movie does, and I'm going to show you this quick example right now of how great patience can be. Let's look at this scene right here real fast. I swear I get goosebumps and I blush on how much I want to tell the director how amazing they are for that shot. I mean, like I said, scare jumps are great, but the way we saw this presentation, we saw that it was slick, it was sly, it was smooth, it was an apex predator on its hunt, and we got to see it, and it was incredible to watch unfold. And I like that because I think it was like sending the audience some treats to be like, hey, be patient, the main course is coming. And I promise the last 10 minutes it delivers, but you have to be patient to get to that point. Now, another part of it is the low body count. There's not a big cast for this, which I've noticed a trend in some of these movies like Hush, Christie, even what we just talked about, the Autopsy of Jane Doe, is that with minimum casting, I feel that it just brings out the absolute best in these characters. And the actors' performances for these two were so just gripping that every time I watch the first half of this movie, like the first 15-20 minutes, I kind of want to cry because I can feel that heartbreak. If you've ever been in a relationship and you have that significant other and you know that fight, that feeling where you can see in their body language that the body wants to remain frigid and just stubborn, but the heart and soul will clasp its hands wanting to reach out, and these characters do that so intensely. I want to ask them, like, what do they draw for inspiration? Because just highly motivated performances that get overlooked, especially in a horror film, and I can't say thank you enough to Scott and Liv for those performances. So let's get into more of why this movie rocks. Let's go. All right, let's talk about how wonderful this movie is because it does prey off of our primal fear of personal safety. This is your home, and in this movie, that house is as comfy and warm and inviting as you could imagine. But once you're watching the film, it is quite the opposite because these motherfuckers are in danger. So home invasion thing is frightening because it could happen at any point. I pray for everyone's safety, especially those I love, but everybody else should not be put in those situations. This isn't fall asleep and this weird guy with razor fingers is going after you. No, that's not it. This isn't some doll that got possessed and is trying to chase you around. By the way, I still hate that concept. But still, this is that you're at home chilling and some strangers come knocking around looking to just destroy you. It is frightening. And the scariest part about this movie, which me and my sisters and my friends talk about, which is so captivating, is that in movies you're always like, don't run up the stairs, you know, like they said in Scream, you know, they fall into these, you know, tropes and stuff like that, and you're like, what idiots. I could survive that. But this movie, they do everything right. It's like they listen to the audience. You're like, go to the truck. They try. Doesn't work. Grab the gun. They try. It doesn't work. That's the most infuriating but beautiful part about this film, is that the effort that they put into isn't getting them any success. And if that doesn't put some dread into your heart, oh man, I don't know. But this movie, once again, should not be overlooked. Should be on your list of things to watch on dark, scary nights. Again, with a significant other, because I'm a hopeless romantic, and seeing those two sad about that, this movie could have just been a drama if it didn't make that violent turn to be a, you know, B&E gone wrong. I mean, no, it's not even gone wrong. They had every intent to kill these sons of... I'm not going to get into that because their fates are just too bad. So, please, watch The Strangers. Again, if you didn't like it at first, come on, man, leave some comments and tell me why. And again, you guys already know me. Please click like and subscribe. Alright, guys, I forget every time. It's been a blast. Watch The Strangers. To be honest, I'm not going to lie, unless I have maybe a demand for it, or some people leave some comments for the sequel, I'm not going to touch it because I would probably make like a 2-minute video just saying don't watch it. I wasn't a big fan of it. So alright guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Please click like and subscribe, and this is the spooky season. Be safe, have a great Halloween. Thank you guys. This is Gilbert Ybarra. Thank you for watching the Attic Review. Smile Tiger.